Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on Metalopolis, ClashLegal, and bOttLe. So I assume this is Master versus Master. In fact, let me just go check and make sure here. ClashLegal is, yes, indeed, he is a Master on the North American server here. However, he is from Korea, so could be interesting. We need to, in fact, if somebody out there in the live stream can look him up, ClashLegal. Let's see if we know anything about him. He may be a Korean pro player. We get quite a few of those these days that are just masters, just master, on the American server, but on the Korean server they happen to be like rank 12 GM or something like that. But we'll see if that's the case here in just a moment. Somebody look that up for me if you can. But it is going to be ClashLegal as our purple Protoss here at the 8 o'clock position. Down here at 6 o'clock is bOttLe. Yet again, we're going to be following him for just a moment here. He's going to be our green Terran. Close positions by air. So we'll see if that's going to come into play. Airplay seems to be fairly effective against Terran these days on the Protoss metagame there. See if he's going to ClashLegal going to go for anything like that. So far, he's just opening with a standard opener. Got his gateway going down in fairly decent time. We should see his gas go down here momentarily. We'll check back in on that in just a bit. He's going to be sending out his scout. Lucky for him, to the correct position. And let's take a look at what bOttLe's got going. He does have his barracks going down in fairly decent time. His gas going down right about the same time that ClashLegal's gas going down. And here comes that first scout. ClashLegal going to be cruising in here. Whoops, let's just select one of those. We don't want to select the statue with. Just the probe. That's all we need. Cool. Thanks, Lazy Smurf. He's going to be looking it up for us. We will find out what we can find on ClashLegal. Looks as though he is just going to be cruising around here, gathering a little bit of intel, going to be as pesky as possible. Hasn't taken any real damage yet. His shield's now going to be recharging quickly. In the meantime, bOttLe going to be scouting his opponent as well. Just sees the one gas here. It's only 3 minutes in, though, so he still could go for some fast tech. As long as you get it down before the 3.5 minute mark, usually that's about the time where you're saying to yourself, you know what, if it's any later than that, it's probably not fast tech. Unless you're really getting it by the skin of your teeth, and so it is. Could potentially be some fast tech here. 3 minutes down for that second assimilator. Only one gas right now for our Terran player. bOttLe is going to be working on some Marines. Does have one already out on the field. Looks like this probe now outside the base. Probably going to stay there with these two Marines now guarding the top of this ramp. So, wow, so ClashLegal is a GM, though, on the Korean server, so that's good to know. Well, good. Thanks so much, Lazy Smurf. You're not that lazy. Ha! Look at all that hard work you did. Marine's going to be able to take out this probe here momentarily. Wow, look at that. He did cruise in there. Slight misplacement of those Marines there for just a second. He does cruise in, sees one gas, does see double racks, and stealing his opponent's gas there. Interesting play. Going to try and keep his opponent there gas-starved for just a little bit. The Marine's going to cruise over here and start picking away at that, though. That is for sure. And look at that. He's going to go ahead and hide this probe in the back of his opponent's base. We'll see if he's going to be wise to that. Looks like this SCV going to get taken out there by ClashLegal Stalker. So ClashLegal doing a pretty good job with his opener here. Did toss down his second and third gates. Does have his Cybercore Warp Gate tech being chrono boosted out there at double gas. So we could see a good deal of sentries here. And sentries could be exactly what he needs in this position. Looks like that probe didn't quite make it to the bank, but that's alright. Looks like a command center going down here for bOttLe as well, so an expansion will be in the works. Reactor and a tech lab on these barracks, and working on, guess what? Stim. Nice stuff there. And an expand going down here for ClashLegal, 5.5 minutes in, so not a bad deal. But a small push coming our way. bOttLe going to be cruising out with double Marauders, 2 Marines as well, but the Marauders going to be the clincher here, but it looks as though Legal should have plenty of defense. Going to work on this neutral supply depot. He's like, man, I hate Terran so much, I'm going to even kill this neutral Terran supply depot. But here comes your attack from bOttLe. Good. Force field's going down. Going to be splitting that army there fairly well. Needed just one more, it looks like, but that's okay. Did do a lot of damage there to those units regardless. Oh, but losing a sentry so very quickly. Cannot be leaving there. And there goes the second. Nice play from bOttLe. bOttLe actually doing quite a bit of damage there. It looks as though ClashLegal going to be cruising out across the map with his remaining forces. Steal this gas, trying to get picked away in the main of bOttLe, but wow, it's still holding up. I mean, those suckers really, they have 900 HP pretty dang big. And here comes an attack from ClashLegal. He's going to be cruising in here, taking out a couple units. Oh, look at that. Good force field going down there. Looks like these guys going to cruise down the ramp anyway, but backing out here. And bOttLe going to potentially lose this. No, he's not going to lose it. Not going to lose it, but he is taking a lot of damage. Now it's go time if ClashLegal wants to move up this ramp. But it looks like he is just going to be playing the contain game at this moment. But if he wanted to cruise up, he's going to be losing his opportunity because this bunker is about to complete. That's going to make it very, very difficult for him to cruise up this ramp, especially with the amount of reinforcements we've already got here. I think that's probably going to be plenty for defense here for bOttLe as he moves forward. Looks like this command center just going to be working on becoming an orbital here first now. Oh, looks like it is going to go right up the ramp. Does see that bunker and backs down immediately. And probably going to be back out time here for ClashLegal. I just don't think this is the correct force to cruise up that ramp. Now, he did put down a forward pylon, but we haven't seen the warp ins that we want to see from him so far. Now, we did grab a Twilight Council. Nothing from the Twilight Council quite yet. A couple more gateways going down. Oh, he is going to go for a Templar Archive. Good force field going down here, splitting off a couple units there. Not bad. Nice little contain here from ClashLegal. So not a bad. He's just being pesky with very, very few forces here. Very few forces and able to actually get quite a bit done. Looks like he may be a little close to that ramp. Yes, he is. A little close, that is for sure. There we go. Looks like he saved those guys. Lucky, but you gotta be careful. You don't want to run your units next to your opponent's ramp or high ground like that, especially on bOttLe. But let's just check and see what else he's got here. Going to be grabbing a couple extra gateways, it looks like. Seems to be in fairly decent time, but going to be chrono boosting out Charge. So it looks like Charge Con on the way. Press 1 if you love Charge Con. I'm going to press 1. You guys will wonder, what is he pressing 1 for again? Charge Cons, it looks like. I like it. Oh, actually he's getting Storm too, so we're going to see Storms and Charged lots, and then Archons thereafter, after all the energy on these guys is gone. But that is going to be tons of fun. Starport to the reactor, I assume. Yes, it is. Good potential for drops, that's for sure. This guy getting stuck. That misplaced engineering bay, look at that. Misplaced engineering bay, going to be working against bOttLe here for just a little bit. In the meantime, ClashLegal gearing up with a pretty substantial force here in the back. He's got a couple high temps. Storms will be at the ready here momentarily, and it looks like he is going to be pushing out right here, right now, tossing down another pylon here mid-map. Not a bad deal. Looks like the factory cruising over here going to gather a little bit of intel, but you know what? We are going to have to check in on this exchange because here it goes right now. Decent little force field there. Charge lots getting right in the face of these units. And here comes your potential for storms. Are they going to storm? Not quite yet. We still haven't seen those storms yet. There we go. There's some storms. Nice placement there. Looks as though ClashLegal going to be warping in a couple extra units there and could potentially be pushing this attack. How many high temps does he have in this army? Why, if I could grab him. There we go. 6 high temps, so he's going to have a couple Archons here potentially as well, but going to be going for his push. And quite frankly, bOttLe does not quite have the units necessary to deal with this. Force fields there, not perfect, that's for sure, so he's got to be careful with those force fields, but it looks like it's too much to deal with anyway, and there is the GG from bOttLe. ClashLegal taking it down in that best of 1. Beautiful game. ClashLegal will be moving on to the tournament, so don't alt-tab, ladies and gentlemen. Always love StarCraft. We'll see you guys in just a bit.